So here I am at my allotment plot, and this is what it looks like. So it's the beginning of April and it's looking like this. I haven't really popped over much at all over winter, and I came recently and just broke down the trellises for the beans which I had in these two beds. So these are the bamboo sticks that are remaining from it. I've got quite a bit of work to do this year, so what I'm planning is this raspberry bush and the red currant bush, I'm going to move them to the side, to this side of the plot, and eventually I'll break down this shed, an old shed that was there from the last plot holder, and I'm going to put the shed in that corner there where the big trellis is for the gourds. That's where the shed will be. Well, that's the plan for this year. I have a lot of work to do, managing all of that when you've got a family and you've got a job, but anyway, we'll get there. I'll get help from my nephews and my brother-in-law. So the shed will go here, the canal backs off here. I need to have a nice decking one day. Some of the plot holders have got deckings, which is amazing, just by the waterside. So this is the whole plot. I know it looks pretty horrible right now, but in about a month it will look nice and neater, and in about hopefully 2 months it will be flourishing with vegetables and fruits. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim down my fruit trees. So these are the 3 fruit trees that were here from the last plot holder. They're so close to each other. So that's the plum tree, the pear tree, and the apple tree. And the apple tree is leaning towards these 2 trees. So I'm going to trim down those trees, and the idea is to just shorten the tree, so nothing's too far out of my reach, and also to trim the apple tree, which is the branches that are leaning towards the pear tree, and let the apple tree lean more or have the branches more towards that side, to give it a bit of space. So let's crack on and start trimming. The first thing I did was prune the fruit trees because we were already in late spring and we were running out of time. Then I moved on to weeding the right side of the plot. There was so much horseradish, bindweed and brambles in this area. Then I decided I'm not going to clear that area anymore, and I'm going to prepare the beds. So I moved on to this bed. I had to break down the soil so that it was soft enough so that I could sow some coriander, and that was my first bit of sowing this year. So today I just weeded some of that end here. Obviously needs a bit more looking at, and from here, from this patch, and also from this patch, there were the big blue flowers. It was those blue flowers, got big bunches of them. And then I sorted this bed out as best as I could and sowed coriander seeds. So we'll see how it turns out. I threw some extra seeds there. The soil is so hard and rocky because it was dug up once and not broken down, and so it stayed hard in clumps. So I broke it down as much as I could, gave it water. I'll have to give it regular water for the coriander to have a chance of growing. So we've got all of this to clear, all of these to be moved to that other far end, and all of these to be cleared, and that to be dismantled. Then I came back another day and I cleared a couple of beds, and in this bed I grew beans, coriander and red amaranth last year.
moved on to clearing this bed, which is next to our trellis, and this was full of weeds. And then my two good nephews arrived, and we were able to get on with it a lot quicker. With my nephews here, we were able to clear most of the beds, and we got a lot done that day. And then we focused at the front of the plot. This was always unattended, and there was lots of weeds here that were about a year old. The red currants had so many brambles and weeds around it. And my nephews arrived, and we were able to clear a lot more of the front area. And I came back again, and we planted some courgette plants and focused on the canal end of the plot. I came back to the plot again and again after work, focusing on the canal end of the plot. And this is the only area that has any paving. So these are the slabs that have been there from the old plot holder, and I'm wanting to clear that area so that I could have a base where I can start working on the shed, and also have a barbecue here with my nephews one day.
I'm here at the allotment at the end of April, and this is what we managed to achieve. So as you can see, in the beginning of the month, there was so much more weeds that grew over winter and spring. And this is it. So my nephews helped me a lot, and we've managed to clear pretty much all of the beds. There's a little bit left. We cleared all of this area, and we cleared a lot of this area, but some of it still needs a lot of attention. There's a rhubarb plant here, horseradish here, and brambles and all the rest of it. So the raspberries, that needs taking care of, that's left over, and I've pretty much cleared everything around the black currants. Now here's a change of plan. We've decided that we're not going to transfer the red currants and the raspberries over to this side this year, because as you can see, the red currants have started to fruit and it's too late. We've missed the boat. So we'll have to wait until the end of this year or early next year. We'll transfer some raspberries and keep all the berries along one side, and then we can eventually plan what we'll do here. But temporarily we will move this trellis over to this area, and some of it may overhang this berry plant, these berry plants, and the shed will obviously eventually have to go. So this whole area, just going to clear it up and not really grow anything here, but try and keep it nice and tidy. Well, the trellis will be coming here, and most of our work and effort will hopefully eventually go into creating our shed or our little house at the allotment. So really looking forward to that. That's the main project of the year. And that's it. So please subscribe. I'll be uploading what's going on in my allotment throughout this summer and hopefully autumn as well. And I'll be showing you how this allotment plot hopefully will be growing lots and lots of vegetables. Here's a little bit of a failure I've got to show you. So
here are some courgette plants that I planted. I don't know if it was too early or whether it was a lack of training my plants. I think this one may survive. This one may survive. We'll see. I've got some other courgettes at home which I can bring here anyway, so it's good to have a plan B. Nothing grown in here. Here I've planted some dwarf beans, sowed some dwarf beans rather. So here are some of the plants growing up. And in this bed I've sowed coriander, and you can see some coriander growing, so that's good news. So I'm just going to give it a bit of a water, before I leave today. But we have cleared a lot of weeds. Been through this once already, and this one, and this area has been cleared. So I'm going to cover it up with some tarp or these weed membranes, and then just put lots of wood chips, which we have lots of at our allotment at the front, so we're quite lucky. But yeah, this is it. And at the front, or rather at the back by the canal, I have managed to give this area a good clear, and I bought some of the slabs from the back, put them here so I can hold a little barbecue here this summer, and bring over all my nephews and all my family members. I can't wait to get this done, and I'm going to show you the progress of this house, how I planned it and how I eventually build it, and obviously how I get on. So please subscribe, follow my channel, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.